Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. Thank you for joining us today. We just know that you're connected with each other and with us. Feels so good. We were here. The thunder and rain started pouring on our metal roof here, and it was powerful and wonderful. Change is coming, and it's beautiful. I love how nature reminds us of the true principles in this philosophy. We are all connected. We love and miss you. Thank you for tuning in wherever you are. I'm going to sing some new songs for the month of June. This month, the theme is all about mindfulness. Oh, this is a wonderful pop song called Think Good Thoughts by Colby Calais. Sing it with us.
I'm just gonna say it. There's no use in delaying. I'm tired of the angry hanging out inside me. So I'll quiet down the devil. I'm gonna hit him with my shovel, and I'll bury all my troubles underneath the rubble. When I'm alone in a dark, dark room, I have to tell myself to I'm not saying that it's easy, especially when I'm moody. I might be cursing like a sailor till I remind myself I'm better. 'Cause words can be like weapons. When you use them, you'll regret them. Oh, but I'm not gonna let them take away my heaven. When I start to feeling blue, I remember to tell myself to, whoa, think good thoughts, think good thoughts. Imagine what the world would be if we would think good thoughts. Stop the bad from feeding. I won't let negativity become my enemy. I promise I won't let it get the best of me. That's how I want to be. I'll think of rain on a summer night, stars filling up the sky, the sun shining on my face, making a secret wish, finding my happiness. That always makes me hold my head up high. I wanna hold my head up high, so high. Oh, think good thoughts, think good thoughts. Imagine what the world would be if we would
Whoa! Good morning and welcome to all of you who are love streaming services here at the Salt Lake Center for Spiritual Living. We are so grateful to have you with us. My name is Linda Brewer, and we are a spiritual community where all are welcome. Unfortunately, not yet welcome here in the building, but we're so glad you're with us remotely, and we hope to have you with us soon. Our practitioner holding high watch this morning is Katie Hernandez. Throughout the service, she will be in prayer, knowing that the best and highest is unfolding as we share this sacred time together. And our prayer practitioner this morning is Selena Baugh. And welcome back, Dell-Ann. It's so good to have you here. We have missed you so much. Thanks. And I'm glad that didn't mean Leslie went away, so the gang's all here. Yay! Our center is a spiritual community that teaches a philosophy for daily living based on spiritual principles and practices that are universal among religions. We honor every pathway by which people seek to know and connect with the divine, and we work on our individual consciousness so that we can help make the world a better place. And I want to ask you again today, as I did last week, as part of that work on our individual consciousness, for all of you to join me in knowing peace and compassion and love. Peace in how we choose to express our outrage at the injustices that are continuing to happen across our country. Compassion in how we approach righting what is so very wrong. And love in our own hearts so that we might act from love in everything we do. Although I did watch Michael Beckwith's talk from last week, and he said it's okay to get mad first. But to use that anger to angrily say positive affirmations, I thought that was really interesting. So, I love everybody. So something like that, okay? We have peace. Get your anger out, but don't put negativity into the world. All right, so if you will, please join me from wherever you are and saying with feeling our purpose statement. We are an open, welcoming community, celebrating our divinity, loving our humanity, and nurturing our journeys of spiritual discovery. Thank you. Our theme this month is Mindful Mavericks, and our speaker this morning is Reverend Myrna Hirst. Her talk is called Busting Out All Over, which the rain is doing right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it across the airwaves, but it's really loud in here. Next week, our speaker will be yours truly. We encourage all of you to sign up for our weekly email newsletter and regularly visit the announcements page on the website for the latest information from our center, from home office, and from our community leaders. We are working daily to update the announcements page so that you know what's happening, and we really encourage you. We can't send you an email every day, so if you'll please take responsibility for checking what's coming up. We do have a couple of wonderful things that are beginning this month to help us stay connected with each other even when we are not in the same vicinity. Today, right after the service, we are beginning a weekly Zoom group so that folks can check in with each other and connect, much as we do when we're mulling around the building here and talking to each other after the service. Well, now we can do that remotely. So the information is at the top of the center's Facebook page where you're watching the service. There's even a great tutorial there that Shemaine and Myrna did that shows you all what to do and how to do Zoom if you're new to that. And if you are missing the personal contact, I really encourage you to join others in the community for a check-in and an opportunity to connect right after the service each Sunday on Zoom. So thank you, Myrna, for stepping up to do that. You can also find the link on our website for that. Also via Zoom, starting on June 9th and happening the second Tuesday of every month, Reverend Myrna is reviving the monthly Wizards and Crones gathering that used to happen here monthly. While we are looking forward to doing those in person, for right now we're going to do them via Zoom. Information is on the website announcements page for how to connect. And remember, if you're new to Zoom, the tutorial for our Facebook page is also on the website tech support page. So you can find the link to that on the bottom of every page of the website. And you know that I like to remind you every week that our center is founded on and grounded in prayer, and that our professional practitioners are trained in the art and science of affirmative prayer that they have learned in order to support you in living your best and highest life. That training involves 2 years of classes before they can start practitioner classes, and then 2 more years of practitioner study. Today, before we go into prayer, I want to acknowledge Hildreth Ferris, who just completed her first year of practitioner studies. And we're so very proud of her doing it remotely as Wendy Condi did. I can't imagine doing it without being with everybody, here in our center, and I'm just so very proud of Hildreth. I know it's a tough road, that first year of practitioner studies, and we look forward to her finishing and joining our lovely little group of practitioners. So we can't celebrate her with her in person right now, but if you want to send a note to her via the website email, we'll make sure that gets to Hildreth. So God bless you, Hildreth, wherever you are. We're so grateful for your work in doing this. So, but please also remember to send us prayer requests. The world needs a lot of prayer right now. I know I do, and I'm sure some of you do too. And we practitioners are just hanging out, waiting for you to tell us what to do. Meanwhile, we're praying generically, but we'd like to be more specific. Alrighty, that's it for me. So I will invite you right now to settle in and allow Selena's reading and the centering music to take you within to that sacred space. And then Selena will lead us in prayer.
Good morning. So this week, as I was doing my own contemplation, what kept coming up for me was listening. So today's reading is from 7,000 Ways to Listen by Mark Nepo. To enter deep listening, I've had to learn how to keep emptying and opening, how to keep beginning. I've had to lean into all I don't understand, accepting that I am changed by what I hear. Each trouble that stalls us and each wonder that lifts us, we are asked to put down our conclusions and feel and think anew. Unpredictable as life itself, the practice of listening is one of the most mysterious, luminous, and challenging art forms on earth. Each of us, by turns, a novice and a master, until the next difficulty or joy undoes us. In real ways, we are invited each day to slow down and listen. But why listen at all? Because listening stitches the world together. Because listening is the doorway to everything that matters. It enlivens the heart the way the breathing enlivens the lungs. When we listen to awaken our heart, we do this to stay vital and alive. This is the work of reverence, to stay vital and alive by listening deeply. In just this way, the world depends on the dance between the individual awakened soul and the river of spirit that feeds us all. The world needs healthy, awakened souls to stay alive and whole. So join me this week in listening.
or big toast. Call on love in a silent prayer. It takes only a moment, and I'm right here. I'm right here in the stars in the sky. You can feel me inside if you quietly listen. And the love that you feel in your heart comes right through any seeming unreachable distance. I'm right here. I'm right here. I never leave you alone. I'm right here. There's nothing between us at all. I'm right here. I never leave you alone. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here.
So, right here in this very moment, I recognize that one presence and that one power that moves in and through all of life, expressing as each individual has every raindrop drumming on this roof right now, whole and complete, powerful, loving and compassion. This is the truth of that one presence, that one power. This is the truth of each of us. If we will open our minds and our hearts to receive, we live and have our being within that one. We bring into expression all that it is, this day and always. So I open my mind to hear, and I open my mind to listen without judgment. I open my mind to listen to that deep, still voice within, that little niggle of intuition. And I move from that place, and that place only. So I invite you to join me in this knowing, to join me in this deep listening and moving from that place of wholeness, compassion, and love. And we use our anger to move us into the next realm, into the next way of being, but always with love and compassion. This beautiful music, this beautiful rain this morning. I am filled with gratitude for our time together already and that which is to follow. So I just released this word. It's spoken, therefore it's done. As together we say, and so it is.
I invite you to sing with us once again. A beautiful song written by my wife, Shemaine. Words are our gift.
My life is built on the words I speak.
Thanks for singing along. It's my privilege to introduce our special music today. A dear friend of our center and one of our favorite guest musicians, Mindy Dillard, a great songwriter, beautiful presence. She brought somebody you haven't met yet, her dad. Her dad's going to sing with her today. I'm so excited about that. So I invite our special music come up, and she has some wonderful gifts to share. Mindy Dillard.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. So, yeah, my dad is here. Hi, Dad. Thanks for coming. He's going to sing with me on my second song I'm going to do today. Isn't the rain crazy today? Whoa, it's crazy. So I was really excited when Rick sent me the theme for today around mindfulness, and he sent me a quote that mentioned breathing. And I thought right away of my little boy Cyrus, who is almost 3 years old, because he has been having nightmares sometimes at night. I think his dream life is, it's getting more complex, and so sometimes he wakes up, and recently what I can remember is he woke up saying, "I don't want the chocolate cupcakes. I don't want them." And I was like, what's going on? He was really upset. And then another time he's like, "No, we need to fix Daddy's wheel on his truck." And so it's really interesting to see what he is thinking of when he wakes up with those dreams or nightmares or whatever they are. And so sometimes he gets really worked up. I think he's learning a lot about his emotions right now. And so we've been working with him on breathing, like take a deep breath. Like when you get upset or frustrated or mad, you can, it's okay to feel those things, but just take a deep breath and then, feel them. And I think that's something we all can remember, right? Like take a deep breath when we feel these things as we're transforming our anger into action, into compassionate, empathetic action in the world. So, yeah, everybody, next time you feel mad, just take a deep breath before you do anything with it. I'm gonna open my voice up wide. I am afraid, but I still must try. I won't let fear keep me from here. I won't let fear make me disappear. I'm gonna sing from the depths of my heart. I will sing stories from near and from far. I won't let fear keep me from here. I won't let fear make me disappear. I'm gonna sing out my passion and pain, because I know that is why I came. I won't let fear keep me from here. I won't let fear make me disappear. The world may be big and maybe I'll fail. I'll forgive the world and open my sails. I've been to the edge and I've jumped off the cliff, and I know it doesn't get better than this. I'm gonna open my voice up wide. I will take all of the dark and the light. I won't let fear keep me from here. I won't let fear make me disappear. I won't let fear make me disappear. I won't let fear make me disappear. So I'm gonna breathe. So I'm gonna breathe. So I'm gonna breathe. So I'm gonna breathe. Thank you.
We're all going to breathe with you, Mindy. Just breathe. I crawled into this center about 19 years ago in a very bad place. And the first person I met was Myrna Hirst, who welcomed me so warmly that I knew I was going to be okay. It took a little while, but she did everything she could, she and Reverend Donald. Within a couple of weeks, she had me doing name tags at the front door so that I got to meet everybody as they walked in the door and got to learn their name. And very soon, I felt quite at home here in this spiritual community. Myrna is a master at connecting people. More than anyone I have ever known, Reverend Myrna Hirst lives the principles of science of mind. She is able to see the good in every situation and every person, and she always makes it look so effortless. And I think that's because it's so authentic. We'd be here all day if I told you all the ways that she has served this center, including leadership on the executive council, one ideation of the board some year. Many years as a practitioner, she taught tons of classes, and she was once our center administrator. She was ultimately ordained as a CSL minister. She founded the Layton Center for Spiritual Living, has served the Satya Center, and has blessedly returned to us, and is focusing on how to maintain a sense of community at a time when hugs and coffee together are not possible. She's coordinating both the Wizards and Crones group and the Community Connection Zoom meeting on Sundays after the service. I'm so honored to give you my dear friend, Reverend Myrna Hirst.
Wow. Good morning. It is a good morning. We got the rain out there washing the world clean, cleaning off the roof in this place, and the sound is just amazing for those of us who can hear it. For those of you who are at home, I'd like to spend a little minute bringing you here. So if you can use your imagination just for a few minutes with me. Let's take a deep breath and do a little pretending. Pretend, for example, that you're just pulling up your car in the parking lot here, getting out of the car, maybe with an umbrella, dashing to the front door and walking in the door. What's the first thing you see? Maybe go in the wrong direction with this. Let me see a minute. There we are. First thing you see is a happy face. Somebody like Sue who's standing at the front door welcoming you. Not these days with a hug, but certainly with a namaste and a smile. So you breathe in a new air. Here you are in this nice hall. Right across the room, who's the first person you see? Nancy. Nancy knows everything, doesn't she? And I've never seen her not smile. Sitting at the concierge desk, always ready with the answers, always ready to help. These are the people we find here. And we begin to hear the sounds. We begin to smell the coffee. And so the next step that we take, just the next step. Look who's there. There's Jerry with fresh coffee and cookies, and again a smile. We walk across, put a dollar bill in the little bin there, and grab a cookie, and we wind up with people all around us, those beautiful people that we love, right there, right where we are. Oh, there's Delanne and her little girl. What a sweet couple. And Delanne, thank you for being back here today. It's so good to see your sweet face and that sweet child. And then, of course, there's Pat, ready to take the kids back in the back to play and to learn the science of mind. This lady always, always has a smile. And she's so competent with the babies. It's so good to have her here. Oh, and a lot of fun. Can I tell you that? Can I just tell you that? Isn't it wonderful to have laughter? And sometimes a little silliness. And the sign around Jim's neck said, "You are welcome here." We know that. We do know that. So we step into the room, find a place to sit, see friends around us now, 6 feet apart. Didn't used to be that way, but there it is. So instead of greeting people with a hug, we greet each other with a namaste. Maybe an elbow bump, certainly a smile. Rick welcomes us in, and the music begins. Oh, the blessed music. It is so good to be here. We know that it's good to be here. And then what do we get? Here's Linda. Always here, always with a smile, always knowledgeable. What would we do without this lady? She gets us started. She tells us what's going on in the world. And then she, too, is always here to help us. Of course, the music is good. And Ricardo, bless his heart, back there, look at that smile. How good it is to be in this room together with that kind of, just enthusiastic connection. And there's the band. Well, part of it. It's so good to be here, is it not? So we greet each other with a handshake. Oh, and the guy who puts us all together. Thank you, Raj, for being who you are. And for being here for I don't know how many years. Every Sunday. It's a gift. Thank you. And so with that, I welcome you all here. In this room. Really in this room or virtually in this room. Honestly, there's no difference. We say all of the time that we are one. And it's wonderful that technology allows that to happen now. Can you imagine? We'd have to go back to, I don't know, reading books or, God help us. God does. So June is busting out all over. I would like to say the sky is blue, but it's not right now. And it will be again. The weather is perfect, rain and all. And everywhere, people are beginning to come out of this COVID-induced isolation that we've had. And we're seeing demonstrations on the streets. Linda, you said it. I'm a Pollyanna. And I get accused of that all the time because that's who I am. I just see the good wherever I can find the good, and I can tell you, we've got a lot of good going on. We've got two great gifts that we've been given in recent months. One of them is this virus, because it's given me, and I think probably you, an opportunity to back away from the busyness of the world, to go inside and do some rethinking, some reimagining about how things are going to be, about how things truly are right now. When we think about them, the second great gift has been these demonstrations. Because I don't know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is people really coming together for a good cause. The first couple of days were pretty rough. There was a little rough evening in Salt Lake. And I wasn't there, of course. I'm old, so I stay home all the time. But I saw just people caring about each other. And as these demonstrations have gone on and grown and become international, we really are working on internationally, worldwide, creating a new world. What wonderful gifts we've been given in the last little while. So here we go. Let's start with this quote, because it's from Ernest Holmes. And it really says what's happened here. It says, evolution has brought man to a point of self-expression, and it can do no more from him until he consciously cooperates with it. Its law is one of growth and unfoldment. Each of us is a center of the all, and each has access to the all through our own nature. Through our own nature. What a wonderful opportunity we've been given. There's a fellow named Tony DeMello. I don't know whether you remember him or read any of his stuff. I think he's passed now, but he was a Catholic priest, and he hailed from India, so he was a native Indian. I hate that word because sometimes we don't know what it means. He was the kind that lived on the other side of the ocean. But he said wonderful things, and he said them very plainly, and he told stories. One of the stories that he told, and I want you to imagine this with me, is that I, or you, decided to go on a nice trip, on a tour, through beautiful countryside. Think of the most beautiful country you can imagine, sitting in a nice tour bus looking out the window at the beauty of the world with other people on the bus with you. Well, this is a different bus. We get on this bus, and we notice that the windows are all closed, and the blinds are all drawn. And we know that there are people there, people that we know, some that we don't, but interesting people. So we decide to just buy into being on the bus and visiting with folks. Eventually, maybe somebody will open a window, but in the meantime, it's okay. We sit on this bus. The bus driver begins, and we are traveling through some of the most beautiful country in the world, but we can't see out the windows. And pretty soon, we get accustomed to that whole idea. Pretty soon we get used to the idea that we're here in this place with these people, and it's time to get acquainted, and then we notice some of them are quite different from us. They're different from me. And some of them have great power, and some of them don't. And suddenly what turned into a nice bus ride has become contentious. So we sit there knowing that we're right and some of these other people aren't. And we get into quarrels with each other, or we just bail out and don't be bothered, and we're not having fun, but we're not getting off the bus, and nobody's opening the windows. Imagine being in a place like that. But doesn't it feel like maybe that's where we've been for a long time? I think it does. So what the COVID-19 has brought us, thank you, COVID, is a chance to get off the bus. As you step off the bus, the world looks brighter, doesn't it? And in fact, it gets brighter. You can see downtown LA, the smog's gone. You can see the waters clean and clear. Animals coming back who've been gone for a long, long time because they can be where they need to be. And we look at people a little differently, but not now. Right now, there's a chance to look inside. Maybe it wasn't one we wanted. Who wanted to sit inside their house for the last, I don't know how long it's been, like 5.5 years? But what a great opportunity to be inside and get acquainted with who I am and what I really want, instead of being on that bus in which everything seems to be bad news, bad lies, or can't get along with anybody else. And now here we are in a place where we can rethink that. I think that's wonderful. I think that's a wonderful gift. And it's the gift, can I tell you, that has brought on these demonstrations. We watched George Floyd die. I don't know what you think about that. I couldn't believe my eyes. That policeman nonchalantly, hands in his pockets, killing a man, and we all watched it. And it made us angry. Anger is good. And the anger took us out on the streets to say, we are not going to do this anymore. And pretty soon, After the anger began to dissipate, we began to understand that we can change the world. We have that power. And we got up again, day after day, and more people, and more people, and more people. And the world now is saying, no more. Nobody's getting back on that bus because we're smarter now, and we're more caring now, and we love each other more now than we ever have. I think that's wonderful. So now we get to kind of think about how are things going to be in the future? Where do we go from here? The bus is gone. We're sitting around, looking around. And this I know. There are 3 levels of time. There's the past, and the present, and the future. This middle time, where we are right now, that's the only time we get to make a choice. Because the past, we can reimagine it, but I don't think it makes a lot of difference. And the future is something that we can create, but we create it right now. Right now, in this moment, is when we create what's going to happen next. Because here's what happens if we don't. If we don't now create a new mental equivalent for what we would like the world to look like, if we don't put that idea into our future, what's going to happen is the past is going to fill the future. And we'll go back to how we were. We can't do that. Physically, we can't do that. We've learned too much. But we also don't want to. So what we want to do now, what I believe the world is doing now, is being more aware, becoming more loving, and more kind. A long time ago, on September 11th, 2001, our minister, Reverend Donald, on September 11th, called all of the practitioners. And I don't remember what day of the week it was, but he said, we're going to have a special service tonight, and I want all of your help. We're going to get together. And he stood up in front of the congregation on that night. And what he said was, there's always collateral good that comes out of any disaster. We're looking at the collateral good right now, aren't we? I think we are. I think you might agree. The collateral good is that we get to make this up differently. That we get to do things the way we want to do. That we get to be compassionate with each other. We need to practice, and we are practicing right now, loving kindness. And it's not just now in Salt Lake City or Utah or the United States. This is global. Everybody's doing this. We have become more kind. We are living in a better world right now, and we will create a mental equivalent that will allow the future to continue to be better. Holmes says, if we wish a certain good, we must instill into our own mind a realization of this specific good. And then, as this idea is the mold we place in mind, it will be filled in by the substance necessary for the complete manifestation of this good in our lives. He's saying, we can do this. He says, anything you can dream of is not too great for you to undertake. If it hurts no man, and it brings happiness and good into your life, and I would add into the lives of everyone else on this planet. We're good. And we can do this. So, I think we get to reimagine the life right now. I think we get to reimagine the world just like we imagined coming in here together today. We've got to remember, and we have learned, that there is no them and us. There's only us. Orion Mountain Dreamer said that. I think it was well said. And I'd like to close by saying, we're not going to get back on that bus. We've been there, and it's not going to happen. We are creating a new world, and we're doing it right now, and it is so good. I'll finish with this quote. It's a weird quote from a TV series called Battlestar Galactica. A long time ago, you may or may not remember, but listen to this. Here, gathered in this common cause, we agree. I always cry when I say this, so deal with it. Here, gathered together in common cause, we agree to recognize this singular truth and this singular rule that we must be kind to each other. We must be kind to each other. Because each voice enriches and enables us. And each voice lost diminishes us. We are the voice of the universe, the soul of creation, the fire that will light the way to a better future. We are one. Let's pray together. I'm going to quit crying here any minute now. Let's pray together. Knowing that we are one, we stand at the beginning of a new world. And so we come together as one voice. We call upon the presence of the divine right here, in this time and in this moment. And we breathe. We breathe in the power and presence of the universe. And we share it with the world. So knowing right here and right now that we each and we all have the power to create our own lives, and that we do so daily, we call upon that power to help us to continue down this path of good. We express loving kindness to all of us, to everyone in the world, and to the world itself. From Mother Earth to the least of us. We are one. And we create together that feeling of one. Each breath I take breathes in that power that you are. And each breath you take breathes in the power that I am. And together we become that one that is a hope for the world in the future and in the presence. This philosophy has taught me that I have the power to change whatever I want to change, that God has my back. God has our back. And so if we accept these beautiful gifts that we've been given and move into a future, we find it bright. We find it loving. We easily and effortlessly love each other, regardless of appearances, regardless of any external factors. We are, in this moment, one breath, one light. And it is so good. So with deep gratitude in my heart, knowing that the law always says yes to my deepest desire, I now see a world bright, a future filled not just with hope, but with the observance of daily, of loving, caring, of namaste. And so it is.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful.
is our time of conscious giving, which in our center is another spiritual practice, something we do for our own spiritual health and well-being. As we continue having our services remotely to keep everyone safe and well, we are grateful for your continued support in maintaining the financial health of our center. Since our expenses are also continuing, thank you for continuing to give. Now, I invite you to take into your mind and heart as we speak your gift into your mind and heart as we speak together our giving blessing. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Filled with gratitude, I let this be, and so it is. Thank you.
All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. I've been set free and released. I've been set free and released. The burden of my past has gone away at last. I've been set free and released. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me. The light of love and grace shines upon my face. All that I need comes to me. All that I need comes to me.
Let's hear some more from Mindy Dillard and her dad. Special music today.
Hi again. This is my dad. His name's Chuck. Say hi.
Good morning. Hello.
So Father's Day is coming up. I thought it was today for some reason, but then I realized, oh, it's not actually today, but close enough. But I love you, Dad. It's always Father's Day, he says. Well, I love my dad, and thanks for everything you do for me and my family. And thanks for coming to sing with me as well. So this song is one by Janice Ian. It's called Better Times Will Come. And actually, my dad, he asked me to sing it with him and play banjo on it a couple of weeks ago for his church service. So I was like, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that one too. The rain's going to be our backdrop here.
Okay, that sounds good. Better times will come, better times will come, when this world learns to live as one. Oh, better times will come, when we greet each dawn without fear, knowing loved ones soon will be near. When the winds cannot blow anymore. Oh, better times will come. Better times will come. Better times will come. When this world learns to live as one. Oh, better times will come. Though we live each day as our last, we know someday soon it will pass. We will dance, we will sing in that never-ending spring. Oh, better times will come. Better times will come. Better times will come. When this world learns to live as one. Oh, better times will come. Better times will come. Better times will come. When this world learns to live as one. Oh, better times will come. Oh, better times will come.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you so much, Mindy and Chuck. What a great message. And Myrna, fantastic. It made me cry. Such a sweet message. What a special day. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being here. We're all connected. I'm going to sing a new closing song this month. In the spirit of mindfulness, what we think, what we feel, what we say, what we do, are all seeds. Seeds that we plant. If we're mindful of what we're planting, we will sow good things. Sing along with us. Seed to sow.
Some people quietly reveal in the manner of the meek. Some people shout the way they feel to a radical degree. Sometimes it's me. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people sing it to express, while others hear another call. Some people speak with subtleness, some don't rely on words at all. Let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. We are all pieces of the whole with different feelings to evoke. Giving distinction to the role, different players, different shows. But let me tell you about one thing I know. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Let your heart of hearts take you down the road. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Everybody's got a seed to sow. Some people walk, some people race, some bury their faith. don't forget about the Zoom meeting right after service, right now. You can find the link on the Facebook page, the post right above this one.
I would rather hurt like hell and know that I'm alive. Or make a fool of myself and never having ever tried.